Good morning and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. These are the grow outs. They're just about the right size to let out into the general public. We're going to wait a couple more weeks, I think, and just let them get a little bit bigger. We're doing hashtag Garden Tour Club, hashtag Weird Container Growing, hashtag Grow Big 24, hashtag Store to Garden Grow, and hashtag Scarecrow 24. Let's open the gate up and get into the garden. My husband's been out here trying to do a little bit of weed eating for me, and we have to gate it off to keep the chickens out of our garden area. So we're looking at the corn. Y'all, we have corn growing. It's so exciting. I hope we get some good ears out of this. I understand there's some corn beetles happening in other parts of our nation, so I don't know if we'll get a good corn harvest or not, but it's always fun to grow corn. And there's the little shoots at the top, the little silk tassels. I'm going to walk back this way. You're looking at our cantaloupe bed, and we have a lot of cantaloupes, y'all. Right in here there's 4, and they're all down through here. I'm going to take a picture from the back, and then we're going to work our way towards the front. It has really grown, y'all. I'm so excited. That big mound in the middle, that's pumpkins. We have watermelons on this side, and we've got watermelons growing. These are sugar babies. And we have pumpkin vines growing every direction. Lots of blooms in the pumpkins. And we'll see if we have some pumpkins here in a minute. But this is the watermelon patch over here. I'm just going to kind of look down here. They've kind of got off into the weeds. It's been so hot I couldn't get over there to stop them. And I told my husband we really need to pull them back as much as possible. And it is a menagerie of vines out here now. We have another sugar baby in here, a couple of them. Look at there, 3 of them right there together. So we're going to have lots and lots of sugar babies. This is the humongous pumpkin plant that I planted. I am so excited about it. And the bees are just out here just really going crazy. So there's some more cantaloupes forming. There's a little bee working. Look at that. Little bees working, little honeybees. My neighbor raises honeybees. There's some more cantaloupes. They're just everywhere out here, y'all. I'm going to have a great harvest of cantaloupes, sugar baby watermelons, and pumpkin. I've got to walk around this hay bale to get on the other side. And y'all, I know we have baby pumpkins over here, right in there. See that? That is a baby pumpkin. These are pie pumpkins. I'm pretty sure we got some bigger ones in here, but I cannot see in the middle too well. It is just loaded with blooms, y'all. We're going to have a great pumpkin harvest. Here's some more of the cantaloupes. Look at there. Just wonderful. This little bed is trying to hang on. It looks like we got some flowers finally coming up in it. My husband got out here and weed ate it. Look at all the weeds, y'all. I couldn't even walk back here. It was so bad. These are beans, a type of green beans. I want to say these are the yellow Indian woman beans, but I'm not sure. You can tell we've had some heat. We've got some heat issues going on out here. This is our banana peppers. And there's a banana pepper there. There's a couple of banana peppers on there. I did come out here and harvest yesterday. I've got a lot of work to be doing in the house. I came out here yesterday and I added some Epsom salt and eggshell to many of my plants because I want to protect them from whatever is eating on my plants. Give them a calcium and Epsom salt boost to increase the calcium and the magnesium. Here's the other bed. Rosemary. That's rosemary, y'all. Nothing else is coming up. Well, there's one little flower coming up there. So this is a wild, I want to say this is wild berries of some sort. I'm not really sure what that is. We'll have to figure that one out. And there's some trumpet flowers back in there for the hummingbirds. This is part of our property where you see all these weeds out. There's a little hill here that my husband tries to keep knocked back, but in the summertime you just can't knock it back enough. The black-eyed peas are going crazy. We are getting some cucumbers trellising now. I need to come out here and pull some weeds, y'all, but these are our little bouquet hot peppers, and they're starting to get some color on them. So we're going to have quite a harvest, I think, out of this little bit of stuff that's growing. I've probably got some cucumbers hiding I can't get to. Looks like we got calendula in the middle. That's tansy. This is French thyme and sage. And then I got another calendula over here. Look at those buds on the cucumbers. I'm happy to see that. Here is the Abe Lincoln tomato plants. We companion planted with marigolds and sweet basil, and you can tell they have been stressed out because of the heat, but they have buds. So we're hoping we're going to get a good crop out of this. This is the ladder of my tomatoes that I planted. I need to get out here and do some trellising. My tomatoes over here are going just bonkers. So I'm going to be out here probably today or tomorrow and tying up tomatoes on this trellis. Let's get them pushed through. Bring this one through this way. The idea is to kind of keep them trellised so that they don't fall over. Let's get you pushed through here. Maybe you'll stay. And he's cut the grass, y'all. I can walk. Hey, pretty baby. That's our turkey poult. That's our turkey poult. Nosy little thing. Likes to follow us around the yard. This fire ring has tansy. It has a tea tree growing in the middle. The St. John's wort is struggling, and it's also flowering, but I'm going to pinch the flowers and try to encourage it to grow. The heat has just been horrendous out here. So we're just going to pinch those tops. And over here, you can see it has burnt my sage pretty good on this plant, but the other plant seems to be doing all right. Once it gets a little bit bigger, I'll be able to come out here and do some pinching on it. This trellis has my Louisiana purple pod green beans. Now, I can't find my runners over in the weeded areas to get them on the trellis, but these are trellising here, and maybe they'll go ahead and go across the trellises like they're supposed to. And this is a yellow squash. I've already been out here picking on the yellow squash. Y'all, get down in here so you can see we got squash growing in here. So that's good. I'm glad to see that. We got some more marigolds here. This is the Mountain Fresh tomatoes. We've actually got tomatoes on the vine on these. And again, I'm going to be coming out here and trying to tie these up and get them trellised. This is also companion planted with some sweet basil. I've been harvesting sweet basil like crazy, y'all. We're going to have plenty of sweet basil, I think. And I don't mind it because I love sweet basil. I can actually get into this area now. My husband did mow down my okra, though. I was so upset with him. I said, "Why'd you mow my okra down?" "I didn't see it." Well, he didn't because the weeds had gotten too high. But these are the provider beans, and there's a few of the Royal Burgundy mixed in here because the seeds did not germinate, some of them, so I was trying to fill in my rows a little bit to get a better harvest. So there's one of my sweet basil plants. And I've got little beans starting to form out here. And let's see if I can find any of them. Here they are. There's a bean right there. So I'll be harvesting these probably in the next few days. Something ate all the leaves off my sunflowers, but these are mammoth sunflowers out here. I believe they're mammoth. And they are going to bloom. They're going to be fine. And my calendula down here did very, very well. Look at this. And one of them is getting ready to bloom. I'm so excited because that is a medicinal. And we can use it for salves and different things. So that's going to be exciting to have that calendula plant. Look at that bloom. This is the Victory Garden, y'all. The Victory Garden. So I'm going to walk back the other way. And I can now go through different directions in my garden. Let's go through the tunnel. I like going through the tunnel. My streamers are wet this morning. I think we might have had a little bit of rain last night, which is fine. We need the rain. We have had really hot temperatures. We hung a trough up here hoping that we were going to get some herbs out of it, but we've got nothing but a few weeds. Here's the other tunnel. And we're going to get up here. We planted two different varieties. We planted the bush black-eyed peas first. We didn't get many plants out of it, so we went and bought seed hoping that they were the bush, and they turned out to be the vining. So that's going to have to be taken care of. We're going to have to get them trellised somehow. I've got a lot of empty space out here. I may be out here planting some stuff to try to fill in. There's another bean plant and the corn. So we're going to get back up here to the gate and go to the other part of our tour. I keep looking because I think I'm seeing bigger cantaloupes in here. I mean, bigger pumpkins. There's a pumpkin there. So I just keep looking. I know I'm going to find them. As these plants start dying back, we'll start seeing the pumpkins. Get around this. Even this one has some cantaloupes in there, I'm pretty sure. This whole area should fill in with these vines before too much longer, and I'm going to really have a hard time getting through, and I'll have to walk down the side by the corn to get in here. But I'm super, super excited about all of this, y'all. Just super excited. And I don't know if there's different varieties of these pumpkins or not. The leaves look a little bit different. Well, no, they don't. They look the same. They're humongous leaves on these pumpkins, though. I have some calendula in there. Something's been eating on that. I am not seeing any of the wildflower seeds coming up. Kind of disappointed about that because I love wildflowers. Oh, they're talking. We got some hens laying this morning. So this is the first half of our tour. I'm going to walk towards the front. The blackberries are pretty much played out now. I just can't get over the tassels on my corn. I'm excited to have some corn. We have bachelor buttons in our flower bed. Of course, this flower bed has needed some attention. The sedum has just been really beaten up by the sun this year. And we've got wild lettuces growing in here, among other things that need to go. We've got a few maple trees growing in there. And my roses keep putting out roses, and then I come out here and I just pinch them off as they die back. That's a miniature rose that my daughters bought me one year for Mother's Day. The mint is starting to go to seed, but I'm going to get out here and try to harvest some more mint before that happens. And then I'm going to allow it to go completely to seed. So this is what the flowers look like on mint. Isn't that pretty? Just beautiful. My little marigolds are popping up in the pot finally. And y'all, pinch those heads off when they die back, because that's your seeds for next year. These are my naked ladies, or surprise lilies, whatever you want to call it. And then I've got sweet williams all in here that are getting ready to bloom again. So I'm excited about that. I've got naked ladies everywhere in my yard, y'all. Right there, those are naked ladies. These are my house plants. They're doing very well out here in this heat. So that's a good thing. Aren't they just beautiful? And I just love the colors. The pinks to the purples are just beautiful. There's my little basket on the porch, and I think my seedlings in there are just not doing well. There's that menagerie that we didn't get to this year. We got a lot of work ahead of us to get this property in order. I do have some rosemary sprigs coming back. The onions, I don't know if we're going to get any onions out of this or not. These were all just a bust. I think it was due to the poor soil. These are ginger root. So I'm hoping we're going to get some ginger root out of that. Last year by this time my ginger root was over my head. So I don't know if it's the location or what. I've got some marigolds growing in that bed, and there's my remaining chicken and hen right there. I'm hoping it will survive. But the weeds have just taken over everything. And I'm just letting my carrots go to seed because they didn't do anything. Sad, sad, sad. Let's walk over to the other garden. Oh, before we go over there, let's go look at the sunflowers. And as I said, I've got naked ladies everywhere. So they're all planted next to those. Here's our sunflower patch. The sunflowers are really starting to pop out now. And we're going to have a lot of seeds, hopefully, to replant next year and then feed some of them to the chickens. So it's always nice to be able to kind of put some of these seed back for next year's planting. We've got some that are getting quite tall. It is a mix of sunflower seeds out here. So tall ones, short ones, and everything in between. And then we have a row of wildflowers growing right in here. You can see the little white flowers and the coreopsis. So next year, we're gonna have this probably enclosed and do a better job of getting it tilled up and keeping the grass down. But for now, this is what it is. There's a little bachelor button right there. So I'm excited about that. I've got seed pods out here for the coreopsis, I think. We're gonna pick those. These are those lemon eucalyptus trees, y'all. They're getting taller. I need to get out here and do some weeding around them as well. My tomatoes, y'all. Let's walk in here. Amidst all the weeds. But we have tons and tons of tomatoes. I pick these twice a day and bring them in to try to get them ripened. We are having a little bit of a worm problem or some kind of insect boring holes into our tomatoes. So I'm chunking a lot of them, but we're getting even more back. My pepper plants are doing well. I've got some peppers on the ground that I'm going to have to grab. And they're planted with some marigolds. I did plant some onions in there, but I don't think the onions made it. So the pepper plants are doing well as well. We did have a little bit of bloom rot on some of our tomatoes. I did come out here and I did treat them. Those are the pimentos. And I believe that is aromath there. And we've got some basil in here. So everything's companion planted. This is the rhubarb. It's dying back. I did not pick it this year, but next year I will. I believe I'm going to let my husband go ahead and dump these two blue barrels because I don't see anything else coming up, and I don't want to lose, if we have any potatoes in there, I don't want to lose them. But this is my other sweet potato right there. The strawberries are dying back. I've got a Black Beauty zucchini out here, y'all. I need to come out here and harvest that one. I didn't see it yesterday. And they grow overnight, y'all. So it's right in there. And my beans and my corn are growing, but they're growing slow. The marigolds, though, are showing off. They are just really just full of blooms this year. I planted oregano here. We've got some marigolds in this bed. These are those sad looking sunflowers. The heat got them, I think. There's our Scarecrow 24. She's wearing her mini pearl hat. These are the Dr. Weitch's tomatoes. They are showing stress also from the heat, as you can see right there. But we do have tomatoes on the vine. And I did treat these with the eggshell and the Epsom salt as well to try to boost the plants a little bit. I also throw out banana peels into our beds to kind of encourage the plants a little bit. That's potassium. And this is rosemary that we purchased. And again, the marigolds are just showing off this year. Got a pretty little wildflower right there. Peter peppers. We've got flowers on our Peter peppers. And they're companion planted with the marigolds, cilantro, sweet basil. There's some onion sets in here as well. And I've got some smaller plants coming along now. My cilantro's dying back, so I've been out here harvesting what I can, and then I'm going to allow it to go to seed. So there's another Peter pepper there, and another one right there. And I threw banana peels in there as well. This is the end of our garden tour. Let me step back so you can see. Well, I can go down the back side. I didn't do that side. So this was part of the Grow Big 24. This is the little garden plot for that. The turmeric is doing very, very well. I've got lima beans planted with that as a companion plant. There's some more of the peppers from this view. My dill has done well. Next year I want to have a full bed of dill because we love dill. And I've got to get out here and get these heads off before they all go to seed. I will allow some of them to go to seed and fall back into the soil. This is a blue eucalyptus I planted in this. And I believe this is thyme planted in here as well, right here. Yeah, that's thyme. So the garlic is dying back. We're back at the tomatoes, y'all. I'm looking to see if I see any of them that are wormy so I can kind of show you what I'm dealing with. In case some of y'all know what I'm talking about. There's one here. Little holes getting to my tomatoes. Now this is an organic garden. And I'm not sure exactly what is eating on my tomatoes, but I toss them when I see them like that. These are the huge marigolds here. And y'all, that fabric we put down didn't do a bit of good. The weeds took over. Got a red tomato in there. Let's move that leaf out of the way. It's right there. So these are the purple heirloom tomatoes. You can see the heat has just taken its toll on some of these plants. But I've got some huge, huge tomatoes. Look at that one. Huge. And then I've got the pink heirloom here. There's one right there that's getting ready to turn. So what I do is I come out here and I try to get all the ones that are turning early on. Look at that. Just destroyed that tomato. So I pull them when I see them because that's taking energy away from the plant to produce more tomatoes. So the pink heirlooms are doing very, very well. There's another great big one in there. The Romas are doing well, although the heat has really taken its toll. Let me move back and let you see. This is our front garden area by our driveway. This section here, I think, has 36 tomato plants. Then we have 24 more in the, or 12 more in the other garden area. So we have a total of 48 tomato plants. This is hashtag Garden Tour Club, hosted by Gail Southern Living. There will be a giveaway monthly. This is July, so we have July and August left of this collaboration. We have Weird Container Growing 24, also hosted by Gail Southern Living. We have Grow Big TV up there at the front. Grow Big 24, hosted by Joe and Corky at Grow Big TV. We have Store to Garden Grow, hosted by Luann's Kitchen and Blackberry Rock Homestead. And of course, our Scarecrow is hosted by me just for fun. Make your scarecrow. You don't have to make a physical scarecrow. You can do a tablescape. You can do drawing or painting of a scarecrow. You can paint yourself as a scarecrow or dress up like a scarecrow. Any of those things fit this, and we will have a giveaway in that as well for not only the content creators, but for those that comment on our videos. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.